The latest episode of The View quickly turned into a tense and fiery debate when Alyssa Farah Griffin found herself clashing not only with her co-hosts, but also the live audience. The conversation kicked off with Michelle Obama's recent claim that America is not ready for a woman to be president, a statement that instantly ignited passionate responses around the table. Griffin, who once worked in Donald Trump's communication team, jumped in to respectfully disagree with the former First Lady. But her disagreement didn't stop there. She went on to argue that while sexism does exist, the country is ready for a female president, and that the issue lies more with the specific candidates who have run so far. As soon as Griffin mentioned Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris as flawed candidates, groans erupted from the audience. The reaction was loud enough for her to abruptly turn toward the crowd and snap, "Let me explain myself." The tension was obvious, and Joy Behar quickly stepped in, telling Griffin that the reason the audience was groaning was because male candidates have been deeply flawed as well, yet their flaws rarely get the same scrutiny. Griffin tried again to clarify, expressing that while Clinton was highly qualified, she ran during a time when Americans were tired of political dynasties, and she carried decades of controversy from the Clinton era. She continued, insisting she admired Kamala Harris, but argued that Harris struggled as a communicator and wasn't the strongest representation of what a future female candidate could be. Sara Haines, trying to cool the room, cut in with a different angle. If Michelle Obama ran, she could win. Griffin agreed, without hesitation. But then Navarro brought the debate back to earlier off-camera conversations the co-hosts had with Harris when she appeared on the show. Navarro shared that Harris had told them she refuses to send the message to young girls, especially girls of color, that their odds of rising to power depend on their race or gender. Sunny Hostin pushed the discussion even deeper, firmly siding with Michelle Obama's original statement. Drawing from her lived experience as an Afro-Latina, Hostin stressed that America's foundation is deeply tied to racism and misogyny, and those realities cannot be ignored when talking about electability. She said plainly that she has never met someone who openly calls themselves racist, yet sees countless people who are willing to look away from injustice. Hostin doubled down, telling viewers, "Don't tell me this country is ready for a black woman," and pointing out that systemic barriers are still very real. As the discussion heated up, Joy Behar attempted to jump back in, but Griffin interrupted again. Behar immediately clapped back, saying, "Let me finish my sentence," prompting Griffin to defend herself by claiming she was interrupted first. Behar continued anyway, arguing that qualifications alone have never determined who wins the presidency. She pointed out that Hillary Clinton was more qualified than any man she ran against, yet still lost to a reality TV star, a moment that made the studio audience gasp. Griffin pushed back, saying that Clinton was ultimately dragged down by controversies tied to her husband and the broader Clinton legacy. Hostin ended the segment with a pointed reminder, "There's a reason this country has only had one black male president." Meanwhile, Griffin remained optimistic, insisting that America will eventually elect both another black male president and a woman president, and that she believes it will happen within her lifetime.